Hi, it's Cora here, and this is the budget Axie challenge. Now, for our team composition, it's composed of a Bird Aqua Reptile. For this challenge, the team's total value must be less than by 0.02 Ethereum. Later on, I'll be explaining the team build and cards, show a match history, and show my current rank for this team composition. Now, for this team composition, we have a Bird Aqua Reptile, or back in the old days, they call it a Terminator. Now, our Terminator, or Reptile, is the tank of our team. It is the sacrificial act. It gives out curses with lagging and snail shell, tiny turtle for sleep or backdoor damage. Bubble maker is the skill combo for our aqua skullfish, and it gives bubbles. Lucas as well with zero energy card and gives synergy with our bird. Now for the next Axie, we have an Aqua. Aqua. Aqua's job is to deal damage. Give give energy fragments with goldfish. Jaro with fragile to deal damage, and a debuff fragile for shielded Axies. Gil for AoE damage and combat summon. Synergy as well with the Bubble Maker, as Bubble Maker gives bubble, Gil also gives bubble as well. With 5 stacks of bubble, we'll have an additional of plus 20 damage, AoE damage, uh, by using a single attack. Next is Risky Fish is to deal damage, a high damage card as well. Koi and Oranda for a backdoor damage. Those guys are important. And Oranda as well for dispel buffs. Now for the next Axie, we have a bird. Bird, for our bird, we have a Mavis that gives energy and a potential protection for any backdoor attack. Early bird is important as well for a mid to late game draw cards to clutch and combat the curses of given to us by the enemy. Raven for backdoor and jinx curse, which also does damage to the furthest Axie. Now eggshell is important as well for our Mavis, as it gives shield to any summons. Now next is the Grandma's Fan for an AoE damage. This combats the summons of the enemy team. Now for this part, we'll show a combat history for our team composition. Now for this team, we'll have a setup of this. As for the bird, we can put our Mavis in here in order to protect us from any backdoor attack and finish off our bird right away. And an open space here for our Mavis. Now, for the sample combat footage, our current rank is Poetry. We just reached Poetry actually. For the rare era, we were able to climb this. We received a 98 MAXs. We were lucky. And we'll show combat footage here of our team composition. Now for the first part, I didn't use bubble maker, as I wanted to deal backdoor damage right away with Oranda, since for the first round you have a 1 energy. Triple Aqua is good as well, as you gain energy fragments fast, especially with Nemo. See, we got fast already, rather than mine, which has few energy fragments. But for this part, uh, bubble maker, I gained bubbles, which later on be, which is important for a synergy with my guild, yeah, which gives bubbles. For this part, I use Koi to do big damage for a backdoor axe. He did Risky Fish. Risky Fish is quite bad as it gives you fear. It's not a good outcome. I use Raven to deal backdoor damage again. I use Mavis to gain energy fragments. He used Skill. Unfortunately, my Mavis does not have any protection. And see that part? He used Koi, but unfortunately, he is feared, so he got a confused card, which is very bad later on. See, right there. He gained a confused card. For this part, I use Goldfish. I gain fragments from that because I have a Bubble Maker skill. And we protected our bird. Protecting axes that are low is very important when battling, yeah, like that. Battling Aquas with Showstar, as the enemy can always predict if you have shielded Yasu, because it's an instant kill. Whether you just have 90 HP below, and you'll be able to instant kill that enemy Axie. So having that is important. But unfortunately here, he was able to finish off my bird, as he was able to draw specific cards that could damage me right away. For this part, I didn't choose to have a fear, because having a confused card in your draw pile is not beneficial. I backdoor again, so both of his first and the third Axie are very low right now. He did shield. See, he did shield because he feared that I have a backdoor draw card. But now, I was not able to peek a backdoor card, so I just sustained. I dealt damage for the frontal Axie and sustained the first reptile. Having curse cards, having attack cards or shield cards that gives out curses is beneficial, as you see. Uh, this one saved my reptile, as it hinders him attacking or shielding his axes. Jinx and Goo. And the confused one, I told you guys a while ago that it's not very good to have a confused card in your draw pile. It hinders your move. Not a very good draw. Now for this part, I finish all his axes and use lagging to sustain my reptile. Unfortunately, over here, he was able to finish my reptile with a show star. Now see, here is a good example of having an aqua, as it deals a great amount of damage with koi and the goldfish. he got unlucky draws and dealt a good amount of damage, but mine was better. Unfortunately, that was the end of him, and that will be it. Now, for the costing of the Axies, for our reptile, we have a cheapest of $2, and for the 8 Axie to be that is being sold, this is being yeah, it's $3. For the Aqua, the cheapest one is $3, and the 8 Axie that is being sold is $6. Now for our bird, we'll have the cheapest of $3, and the 8 Axie that is being sold is $4. Now for the summary, for the cheapest we have a reptile $2, Aqua $3, bird for $3, and a total of $8, which is an equivalent of 436.17 Philippine peso. With our limit with 0.02 Ethereum, which is equivalent to 1,700.73 Philippine peso or 31.60 US dollars. That is way far from the limit. Now, as we consider the 8 Axie that is for sale, $3, $3, and $4 for the Reptile Aquabird, that is a total of $10, which is a total of, or in Philippine peso is 545.22 Philippine peso. Also, I can say, so far the team is good. You just have to learn. I have dealt quite losses also, but you learn and understand your team composition. You manage the cards, the curses, the stun of the sleep of the reptile, jinx cards. Yeah, that would be all, guys. Thank you for listening.